Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech with Ankush again. So currently I'm covering the series SC-300 Identity and Access Administrator Associate. In the last video I had covered the theory part, Explore Identity in Microsoft Entra ID, and this module has only the theory part. Today I will start this module, implement an identity management solutions using Microsoft Entra ID. So this module has 4 parts, and today I will start the first part. In today's video, I will cover the theory as well as lab part. So let me first start the theory part. So first of all is company branding. So company branding, we can say how we can assume like how we can customize our login page, like how we can create our login page for my organization. So instead of plain Microsoft login screen, we can add our company logo, background image, custom image. So user feel like this is the company's login page. And why is company branding important? It helps in better user experience, build trust, like look official, like it's the company's website, company's identity, and share important info like help desk and notices. And where do users see this? When a user log in to apps like Microsoft 365 Outlook, they will see our branded login page instead of Microsoft default page. And what is the requirement for company branding? We need at least B1 or P2 license or Office 365 license for basic branding. And what we can customize, background image, we can add background image, size limit is 1920 1080, size is 300 kilobyte. Then logo, we can use a banner logo like appears on login page, shows after entering username, like company logo. Language, default language is auto set and cannot change. Username hint, like help users remember username. We can use our company email like abc@company.com. Then sign in page text message at the bottom of the login page, like help desk number, security notice, disclaimer, etc. How to configure? Like we have to go to Azure portal, then enter ID, company branding. Then we can upload logo, background image, custom text. And then we will save changes. Simple analogy, like customizing our company reception area, like logo on wall, company colors, welcome message. So let me show you how we can update the company brand or configure the company brand. And before that, let me tell, in the last video, I had also told you when we need the license, either P1 or P2. So how we can get the license? In Google, type Enter ID plans. Then here you can purchase this license, Entra P2 or Entra Suite. And in P2 license, it has more features and you can try this for free. It requires your information like your domain name, company name. You can type any company name, company size. Then you can, it requires the credit card or debit card number, and it will charge you 2 rupees INR. Then it will also refund the 2 rupees and you will get a 30 days free trial. So this way we can assign the license. Sorry, we can get the license. So this is the Entra page. I can go to Entra page from here, or I can also go to portal.azure.com. So currently you can see I have only purchased the Entra ID license. And for Azure free trial, I need the subscription. So here in Azure portal, if I type Entra ID, I can configure all the Entra part here or here. Both are same. Like Microsoft, they have provided the different portal for Entra ID configuration, for Entra configuration. So either I can use Microsoft Entra Admin Center, or I can go to Microsoft Azure, and in search I can type Entra ID and it will show us this page. So I will use this page, this portal, because it is recommended. Then first I have to configure the company brand. So here we can see custom branding. So let me click on here. Now here, getting started, default sign in, browse language customization. So here let me I can customize the browser language or default sign in experience. So I have to click on default sign in experience. Now favicon. So it appears in the web browser tab if configured. The browser icon will be rendered instead of Microsoft logo set as the default value. So at the big, so let me show you just a second. So let me open up a new private window, incognito, portal.azure.com. Now here, this is it, it's talking about favicon, this logo. I can use my own logo, company's logo. And here, this is the size like 32 pixel. Then maximum file size will be 5 KB. So let me download this file using ChatGPT. So simply I have typed this thing on the ChatGPT and it has given me the test favicon image. And I have downloaded this image. It's a PNG file 165 byte. So let me upload it. I go to downloads, this one. So this is the test favicon. Then background image. So let me also get this background image from ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT, it has created the background image. It's totally white. It's like this one, totally white, pure white. And I have also downloaded it. So let me try to upload. Oh. Okay, it's saying it's too large. Let me change the size. So this is the new background image. If I open it, it's like this one. Let me see. Yeah, it is like this one. Now background page color, let me make it dark like black. Then next layout. In layout, I can select the header like it's at the, where it will be. Show header or hide header. So let me type show header. Then footer, it will show footer or hide footer. I have selected show footer. Then custom CSS, like I can custom upload the custom CSS to customize the branding experience. So here, like this is the CSS file, replace the Microsoft default styling. So I will leave as it is. Then header, I can select any header logo. So this header logo is displayed in the header of the Microsoft Entra ID sign-in page when user sign-ins with the account in this directory. So let me get this one also. So it has also created the test header logo. So it's like this one, test header. Let me save it and let me upload it. Test header. Okay, the size is perfect. It look like this one. Next footer. So in footer, I can type any display text like it will show privacy and cookies. So I can type any text like in our company, there is some privacy and cookies. I can type here and also type the URL. When the user click on that URL, it will show the privacy and cookie. Then terms of use same. If I have the URL, I can paste the URL here and it will open up the terms of use. Then next, then I can select the banner logo. If it is for the sign in form. And square logo. So then username hint, like if my company domain is ONSIT solution, I can just type it here like ONSIT solutions dot show. I can just type here. Then self-service password reset. Okay, I can just put the URL so that if the user login for the default sign-in experience, they can able to reset the password. then review, then create. So this way we can do the custom branding for my organization. Okay, so it says successfully created the default branding. Now let me go to users and let me create a user, any test user. So this is my domain currently, onsitsolutions.onmicrosoft.com. So I am here typing here just test. Here I am typing test. I'm copying the password. So let me save the username and password. This is my password. This is my, like, yeah, I will save the username later. Then properties. In real world, we have to fill real scenarios. We have to fill all the information, but I'm just using for the testing. So I'm just creating a test user. So refresh. I have copied this user and let me save the username. Now I am opening up a private window and typing here portal.azure.com, and let me type the username. Let me type password. So for the first time, I have to do MFA. So the MFA has been done. So just a second. Okay, so it has been updated. So now we can see here. So here the test header. Okay, so this is the header. It is showing, like, let me just show you. So this is the Microsoft login page. If I click on here, actually it's not sometime it doesn't pick up. So let me select portal. Here we can see I have uploaded this image test header at the top. It is showing up here. Then this is the background image which I had selected. This favicon will appear like whenever I use my domain. So currently I'm using the Microsoft domain. So that is why it is not appearing. When I use my current domain like ONS IT Solutions, then it will appear. So we will discuss that custom domains later. So this way we can enable the custom branding. Also, I can add branding themes. It's up to me. I can get started, and I can add up to 36 languages to the theme and add unique branding to apps with custom themes. I can do that. So now let me go to the second slide. Now, what are roles in Microsoft Entra ID? Role, we can say a set of permissions, like it can decide what a user can manage or what actions a user can perform. Example, like he can create users, he can reset passwords, or he can manage the apps. Then why do we need roles? Not everyone should have full control. Role helps improve security, give only required access, assign responsibilities properly. Where are the roles used in Microsoft Entra ID? Roles are used to manage, like we can manage users, we can manage groups, apps, permissions, etc. Common Microsoft Entra roles, like there is global administrator. It has full control. If a person if we assign the global admin role to a person, he has the full control on the Microsoft Entra ID. Then user administrator, like this role here the person can manage users and groups, like create users, reset password, manage groups. Then billing administrator, like person can manage billing, purchases, subscription, support tickets. So this is the simple analogy. We can think of roles like job positions in a company. CEO, he has the full control, so we can make him global admin. HR, HR manage employees, so we can make them user admin. Finance team, we can manage billing admin. Azure roles versus Entra roles. Azure roles, we can say these are RBAC roles, role based access control. These roles help us to manage Azure resources like virtual machine, storage, network. In Microsoft Entra roles, we can say these roles are like manage identity system, like users authentication, access control. And how to assign roles? There are like multiple ways we can assign roles. Method one, like assign a role to a user, means we can go to roles and add a assignment. Second, assign from user page, like we can open user and assign a role. We can also use tools like PowerShell, Microsoft Graph API, and we can assign the roles. We can also use PIM. This is privilege identity management. Here we can assign the just-in-time roles, or we can say temporary roles. Then important security tip, like we follow least privilege principle, like we give only required access, avoid giving global admin unnecessary. Risk, like if we give too much access, user may change critical changes, so system may break, security risk increases. So proper governance is important. So now let me go to this page. So how we can assign the roles to a user? So I can simply go to roles and assign the role, or so let us assume this is the user. So if I open up this user, here on the left side we can see assign roles. I can click on here. So currently this person has no role. So let me click on add assignments, and if I type it here global, so this is the highest role, means they can manage all aspects of Microsoft Entra ID and Microsoft services that use Microsoft Entra identities. So this is the highest role. So let me, instead of this, let me provide him help desk administrator. So he can like reset passwords for non-administrator and help desk administrator. So this way we can assign the role to a person. So if I click on refresh, yeah, sometime we have to refresh. Okay. So whenever we assign roles, so maximum time we can assume it takes 1 to 2 minutes. So here this person has the help desk role, and this way we can assign the roles. Then we have custom roles, like we can create our own roles, define permissions assigned to users, only allow app updates, not full admin access, etc. Simple flow, identify user, assign role, user get permissions, monitor usage. Then what are administrative units? Administrative unit, we can say as container to group users, groups and devices. It helps you divide our organization, give limited admin control. And why do we need administrative units? Problem, like if we assign a role like user admin, the person can manage all users in the organization. So what is the solution? We use administrative unit to limit access to only specific user and groups. Example, imagine we have 3 departments, HR, IT and research. Without administrative unit, admin can manage everyone. With administrative unit, HR admin can manage only HR users and IT admin can manage only IT users. So this is the real life analogy. Like in think of a school, like the principal, they have the full control and class teacher manage only their class. So administrative unit equal to classroom. How administrative unit works? We can create an administrative unit, then add users, group, devices, assign admin role within that limit. So now admin can manage only those resources. So example, hospital example, like we can create a administrative unit like research department, add research users, assign user administrator role. That admin can manage research users, cannot manage other department. Security benefit, follow least privilege principle, give only required access, reduce risk, better control. Roles allowed in administrative units, we can assign roles like user administrator, help desk administrator, password, authentication, license. So similar to on-prem concept, like in administrative unit, we can say it's like the organizational units in the Active Directory. So how to plan administrative units? Like we can group based on location, department, business unit. Life cycle of administrative unit, like we can create, remove unused one, stabilize structure. Delegation, giving admin works to other instead of one global admin doing everything. So we assign smaller responsibilities. And ways to delegate access like assign roles, assign app owners, create custom roles, use administrative units. So best practice, follow least privilege, avoid giving global admin, use temporary access PIM, and protect admin accounts. Why this matter? Without proper delegation, too much workload on one admin means the person will get maximum roles. So in that case, we only provide the least privilege. Then higher security risk, mistakes more likely. So let me show you on the portal. So let me go here. So first let us go to this roles and admin. So here are the roles and the description. So how we can create a custom role? So if we have to create a custom role, we can simply click on here, new custom role. I can give any role like help, like let us type HR. Here I can type can only manage HR team. In name, let me type HR role. So I can clone from a custom role. I can start from the scratch. Here, next in permissions, I can add the permissions like where the user can get the access. So it depends. Like the HR can get the access to applications, or like they can get the access to standard partners. So it's up to me. Like what the role, which role I have to, which permissions I have to provide for the that role, particular role. So in this way, we can let me just select here devices, not device. So let me just select here devices, enable, disable, delete. And instead of HR, let me go back, type here Intune admin. So here three roles are selected, then click next. And this way I can create the custom role. So this way we can able to create the custom roles. Now here we can see the option admin units. So these are the administrative units. So I told you, like if we have a HR team and I want the HR team can only work for HR people. So in this way, what we do, we create a group and we only provide the role to that group for that to that person, like we can say leader on that group, that the leader can only have the role to manage the HR team only, not other user. So here we can just type any name uh, like HR team, then restrict management administrative unit. So you can mark this administrative unit for restricted management if we don't want tenant level administrator to be inherited to roles on this administrative unit. Like if we select this option, means if we are just creating administrative unit, like the HR team can manage only HR team members, admin team can only manage admin team members, IT team can manage only IT team members. So in this way we can create the administrative units. Here we can select the role, like for HR team, let us assume they manage the users. So here let me just check the role for HR team. Attribute, help desk, license, lifecycle, password, printer, privilege, authentication. So here we can select this Teams administrator role, and or we can select here user administrator, like the HR team can manage the user. So here currently it's showing the users. We can also select the group. So in this way, the person will have the that role. He can only manage the HR team. So let me just select here and click on add, then review and create. So this way we can create the administrative unit. Then permission, like permission, we can say right to do something like view settings, change settings, add users, delete users. And where do permissions come from? Permissions are given through roles in Microsoft Entra ID. So role equal to collection of permissions. User get permissions one by one. How permissions are assigned? Two main ways: directly to a user through a group. But finally, permissions always apply to the user. Means, let us assume I have created one user. This is a user. I can give him a role. Or I have created one group. On this group, I have provided the roles. So if there are like three users, one, two, then three. So if I add first user to this group, he will get this role. If I'll add this user, he will get this role. So if I do not add this user, he will do not get any role. Types of users: member users like internal employees, more permissions; guest users like partners and vendors, limited permissions. How to control permissions? Like user settings, control default permissions. We can restrict app registration, block Azure portal access, control external collaboration. So let me tell you what are internal and external, what are members and what are guests. So currently I have created this user. It's like the member. So here, if I select this option, it's like I am creating a user that is the member of my organization. Now let us assume my organization has a collaboration with different organization. Now that person that is a manager, and he wants to check the resources on my Azure or on any Microsoft 365 app. So what I will do, I will invite him as an external user. So I simply type his email. So let me type my email. Then display name, I can type any display name like test2. Then message, welcome to ONS IT Solutions. Recipient means if I have to keep this, if I have to share this information with my senior, I can type his email also. And this is the redirect link, like the person can able to see this. This is the URL where the person click and accept the invitation. Then properties, I can type fill the information, then assign here. So like let us assume he is like the reader. So here I can select the role. So I can type reader. So let us assume he is like he can only able to read the reports, or secure. He is like the security reader. So I will make him select, then review and invite. So this way we can send the request to the external user, which is not our part of our organization. It's sending now. Okay, successfully invited the user. So now if I click on all users, here, so we can see this user is appear as a guest, and this person will get the email and he has to click on accept invitation. And if that like here, if the person accept the invitation, it will show up here. Let me just show you. Here, it says pending acceptance. So if I have to resend the invitation, I can resend the invitation again. Then roles and administrator. Add extra permissions using role. Example like assign user administrator role and assign global administrator role. So important concept, least privilege, like give minimum permissions needed, safer, so reduce risk, don't give full access unnecessary. How to check role permissions? Like we can go to roles and administrator, select a role, view its permission. Each role has different permissions, different level of access. Types of permission in roles, like role permissions, what actions user can perform, like create users, reset password. Basic read permissions, like default read access, view basic information. And this is the simple flow, like user assigned a role gives permission, and user perform actions. Like if we provide any role to a person, he has got that access. Why this matter? Permissions are too high. if the permissions are too high, it's security risk, unauthorized changes, possible attacks. Always control permissions carefully. So let me go to roles and admins. So these are actually the roles, all roles. So here we can see like any role. Let me open up this role. So here is the summary of this role, like what the user can do. Manage all aspects of agents in a tenant, including identity lifecycle operation for agent blueprints, agent service principle, agent identities, and agentic users. This role is considered privileged because one or more of its permissions are privileged. So these are the privileged roles, and these are the like permissions. So these are these are the privileged roles added to this users. Sorry, added to this role. So these are the permissions, like he can create and manage Azure support tickets. He can add agent users, and these are like we can say permissions, and this is what the user can do. So in this role, it included all these things. And if you want to learn more, you can click on this learn more, and you can able to read more for any topic. Then we have custom domain. Like custom domain, like we our company's own domain name. Example, instead like user is using user at company.onmicrosoft.com, we can use user at company.com. Why use custom domain? Like it looks professional, matches company email. Better use user identity and trusted by user. Where it is used in Microsoft and Entra ID, it is used for login, user login, email address, apps, etc. And who can manage domains? Only global administrator can add domain, delete domain, and change primary domain. No other user can able to manage the domains. Then primary domain. Primary domain, we can say default domain used for new users. Example, new user created uses primary domain. We can change it anytime, but it won't change existing usernames, users or name. Add custom domain, like we can go to portal, enter ID, custom domain, and we can verify using DNS. Subdomains like europe.contoso.com, if main domain is verified, we subdomains gets verified automatically. Delete custom domain, like if we have to delete the custom domain, so we can delete domain only if no users are using it, no groups are using it, no apps are using it. Otherwise, we cannot delete the custom domain. Or if we have to do the force delete, then if needed, system can remove domain forcefully, but it changes all users back to default domain, has limitations. Changing DNS provider. If we change domain provider, no change needed in Entra ID. Domain continues working. Simple flow, add a domain, verify ownership, set as primary, used for users and apps. So let me show you where we can add the custom domain. So I go to here. Now let me tell you, I have purchased the purchased my own domain. I had purchased it from GoDaddy. You can purchase it from Hostinger website, any website which provides the domain. So I go here, my products. So this is my domain ONS IT Solutions, which I had purchased from the GoDaddy website. And if you want, you can use any website to purchase the domain. So here, let me go to domain names. Yeah. So currently it's the default domain onsitsolutions.onmicrosoft.com. Now I go to user. So if I am creating a user, or I can see it's like this is the domain or test at onsitsolutions on Microsoft.com. So if I'm creating a user, so it's only giving me this option, like this is the default domain currently. So onsitsolutions.onmicrosoft.com. So now let me go to here. Now let me add a custom domain. So how can I add the custom domain? So here let me type my domain name like onsitsolutions.show. I click here and I am typing add domain. So it says domain name added. So I can use either txt records or mx records. It's up to me to verify my domain. So let me use the text records. So I go to here and where is the settings? Let me check the website. Let me check when when this domain will get expire. Give me 1 second. Okay, 3/9/26. Fine, fine, fine. So it's up till September. So here we can get the DNS records. So currently I was using name server. So like we have to change the name server. So currently it's not using the name servers for GoDaddy. So we have to, I'm using the Azure. So I have changed the name servers. Now I go to DNS records. So let me refresh the page. Okay, so it might take some time to update. Let me see. Okay, I have just changed the domain name servers. DNS records. Yeah, now it's there. So I have just changed the name servers from Azure DNS to GoDaddy. So it takes some time. I go to DNS, then I have to select add a new record. So here I will select txt and I have to select this point address. So let me paste it here. Name, just a second. This is the value and this is the host name. And TTL is 1 hour. So let me change it to 1 hour. Then save. So it's updating the DNS records. So this is txt. I have updated it. Let me check, verify. So it will take some time for synchronization. So let me pause the video till that time. So it's still getting failed because I had used this domain so many times with the students. So let me delete it and let me create the new one. So let me go to close it and let me go to here and let me delete the text records. Then domain names, add, then onsitsolutions.show, add domain, copy here, Add new record. Txt at value 1 hour. So your DNS has been updated successfully. Most DNS updates take effect within an hour, but could take up to 48 hours to update globally. So sometime it gets updated within 5 minutes, but maximum time is 48 hours. We can see here. So let me try after 5-10 minutes. And on the meanwhile, I will pause the video. So now I can see the domain has been verified. Verified domain, successfully verified domain name ONS IT Solutions for use within ONS IT Solutions. And if I have to check, we can open this DNS checker website. Here I can type text records. In this website, on this website, I can check it is like verified in San Francisco, then Mountain View, United States. In India, it is not verified, but it's verified in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Singapore, Mexico, then Santa Cruz, Brazil, then Australia. So it is, we can see, we can check it on this website where my domain is verified, but it is verified here. Now I go to users here. Let me refresh the page. So now if I create a new user, I am typing here test3. Now here I can select any domain like onsitsolutions.shop or onsitsolutions on Microsoft.com. So if I select here, so the user will be created like this one, and I have to log in using test3 at onsitsolutions.shop. So let me type here test3. Let me copy the password and let me create user. So I can see here this user is created using principal name test3 at onsitsolutions.shop. So let me copy this and let me go to new private window. Now I am using different account. So in this way, I can log in with using the user with principal name like test at onsitsolutions.shop. So it's look like the user is logged to the company's portal. So here I can update the password and do MFA and all that stuff. So this way we can add the custom domains. Then what else is there? Now what are tenant-wide settings? Tenant-wide settings, we can say settings that apply to our entire organizations. And they control all users, all app, all resources. What is a tenant? A tenant, we can say our organizational space in Microsoft Entra ID. Microsoft Entra, sorry. So whenever we create any account with Microsoft Entra, any 365 app, it creates the Entra for our organization. And it's the, like we can say, it's the our organizational space in the Microsoft Entra ID. It has the particular specific Entra ID. Main tenant-wide settings, these settings are configured inside Microsoft Entra ID. Tenant properties, like basic information about our organization like company name, country, contact details, privacy, URL defines our tenant identity. Then user settings like control what users can do by default. Example, can users create apps, can users access admin portal, can user invite guests. These apply to all users. Then member versus guest users. Member users, internal employees, more permissions, means they can register app, invite guest to invite guest, read directory info. Guest users, these are like I have created the guest user also. Like these are external users, limited permission. They can manage on profile, view limited info. Permissions are restricted for security purpose. External collaboration settings controls what external users can do. Like we can define who can invite guest, what guest can access, self-service options. Security defaults, pre-configured security settings like protect, engage, phishing, and password attacks, unauthorized access. Includes MFA for all users, MFA for admins, block old authentication methods, protect sensitive actions, help secure organization easily. LinkedIn sign-in. Users can sign in using LinkedIn. The benefits: faster login, better user experience, profile-based personalization. Why tenant-wide settings matter? Because they control entire organization, improve security, reduce manual work, then standardize behavior. Simple analogy: tenant-wide settings, rules for entire company like office policies, dress code, working hours, etc. Simple flow: admin set tenant-wide settings, rule apply to all users, system enforces automatically. So now for tenant-wide properties, let me open up the Azure portal. I'm typing here Entra ID. Then simply I go to properties. So name is ONS IT solution. Tenant country, region is India. Notification language is English. This is the tenant ID. Technical contact, like if any user have any inquiry, so for any technical query, he can contact me on this email. Then global privacy contact, like if any user has any issue with the data privacy, I can type the email of the user. If there is nothing mentioned, then Microsoft contact. If there is any data breach, the Microsoft connect with the person who owns the tenant. Privacy statement URL. Here I can type. Here I can create the privacy statement and put the URL here about the data breach for internal and external users. So that's all for today. And in the next video, I will cover theory and lab part for this part. Let me just show you. So this is covered, and here create, configure and manage identities. That's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.